Shedeur Sanders has quickly become one of the most talked-about young quarterbacks in the NFL. Despite only starting a handful of games, he's caught the attention of fans and critics alike by surpassing some major quarterbacks in Pro Bowl voting. What's especially noteworthy is that this surge isn't a result of flashy media coverage, but rather his authentic leadership and undeniable talent. If you're into the real story and all the messy twists they don't show on highlight reels, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're sticking around to see how this Browns QB chaos plays out, you should definitely be subscribed. His ability to remain calm under pressure, absorb hits, and keep pushing forward has garnered admiration, not only for his skill, but also for his unwavering character. This momentum is driven by a fan base that sees Sanders for who he truly is, a resilient, hard-working leader who plays for more than just a spotlight. His rise reflects the power of genuine effort and character in a league often dominated by media narratives. Even when a team system is flawed, Sanders has found a way to shine, and that's why the support keeps building. His story is a testament to what can happen when the right qualities meet the right support, making him a true symbol. In an extraordinary turn of events, Shedeur Sanders has become one of the most talked-about quarterbacks in the NFL, despite starting only 2 games in his rookie season. Surpassing major stars like Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow, and even Deshaun Watson in Pro Bowl voting is a remarkable achievement. It's not just a statement about Sanders' raw talent. It's a testament to the growing admiration from NFL fans who are seeing something special in this young quarterback. When we talk about the Pro Bowl, the importance of fan voting can't be overstated. For Sanders to secure a spot among the top 10 quarterbacks, particularly when he's facing heavy competition from seasoned professionals, shows that he is making waves for all the right reasons. This surge in voting is significant because it's driven by authenticity, not media hype. Sanders has proven himself on the field, under pressure, and when the odds were stacked against him. It's clear that his impact isn't merely a result of being in the right place at the right time. It's because of his undeniable skill and leadership. The way he commands the field, absorbs hits, and continues to push forward under adversity is what sets him apart. This is a story of resilience, determination, and proving that talent can rise, even when the support systems are not ideal. Success isn't just measured in votes. It's about how he performs when the spotlight is on him. The pressure of playing quarterback in the NFL is immense, and it's not lost on Sanders that he's part of a system that hasn't always given him the protection he needs. But instead of faltering, Sanders stands tall in the pocket, absorbing hits and keeping his team alive in crucial moments. It's this kind of leadership that fans admire, and it's why they rally behind him so strongly. His ability to maintain composure in such high-pressure situations is a key reason why he's making such an impact. Some might say that the media is the reason for his rise, but that simply isn't true. The support from Sanders fans speaks volumes. This isn't just a story about a quarterback getting his due recognition. It's about a young athlete who's making a real difference in the NFL, and fans are taking notice. With each vote cast in his favor, the momentum grows, and the message is clear. Sanders is here to stay. It's not about fame or hype. It's about genuine talent and undeniable. The rise of Shedeur Sanders hasn't come without its challenges, though. There are still some loud voices who criticize his play and his potential. Many of these critics point to the Cleveland Browns' current coaching staff, especially head coach Kevin Stefanski, as a major point of frustration. With a coaching system that often seems to lack cohesion and a strategy that hasn't fully protected Sanders as he takes the hits, it's easy to see why some Browns fans are frustrated. These fans want to see more structure, more protection, and a better system for a player they believe has the potential to be something special. For Sanders, however, the narrative isn't about the failures of a coaching staff or a system that hasn't fully supported him. Instead, it's about his ability to fight through those limitations. Even with the obstacles in his path, Sanders has shown he has the skill, drive, and talent to make a difference on the field. It's this perseverance and fight that has endeared him to fans, and it's why his name is now being mentioned among the NFL's rising stars. His performance and leadership are beginning to speak for themselves. Despite the lack of a strong support system in Cleveland, Sanders has taken it upon himself to lead with heart, and his play speaks volumes. He's not waiting for someone to hand him a chance. He's earning every moment he gets on the field. And that's exactly why the fans are showing up in droves to support him. Sanders' impact is evident in the fact that, despite starting just a couple of games, he's risen to number 10 in Pro Bowl voting, a significant accomplishment for a player who hasn't been given the best circumstances to thrive. One of the most impressive things about Sanders is his ability to show resilience even when it feels like the odds are stacked against him. While some players might fold under the pressure, Sanders has continued to perform at a high level, proving that his talent and leadership aren't just based on hype, but on real, tangible results. And as the votes continue to pour in, it's clear that Sanders' potential is only just beginning to be realized. The role of the fans in Sanders' rise is undeniable. Their support has been crucial in propelling him forward, and it's this grassroots backing that underscores his potential. Despite some critics, who are more focused on systemic issues within the Browns organization, Sanders continues to rise through the ranks. His rise in Pro Bowl voting is a reflection of how much trust fans place in his abilities, and it's clear that this kind of support can make a significant difference in an athlete's career. Sanders has shown that he can thrive, even when the system isn't fully built to help him succeed. This shows just how much talent he truly has. His work ethic, leadership, and performance on the field have garnered attention, and fans are voting with their support. It's not just about a rookie quarterback in the league. It's about a leader who's making a lasting impression and showing the NFL that he belongs at the top. While Sanders has certainly faced criticism and adversity, it's worth noting the larger picture here. Fans are seeing something in him that speaks to their belief in him as a future star. There's a level of authenticity in his leadership that resonates with people, and it's why Sanders' rise is so significant. It's not just about the numbers or the recognition. It's about his effort, his ability to persevere, and the trust that his fans have in him. The critics might have their doubts, but the overwhelming support from the public cannot be ignored. As the Browns coaching staff looks on, the message is clear. They need to do more to help Sanders succeed. His growth as a player depends on it. Sanders can't continue to be expected to overcome every obstacle on his own, and it's essential that the team puts a better system in place to nurture his development. For now, though, fans are making their voices heard, and they believe in his future, even if others might not. While Sanders' football career continues to gain momentum, it's also worth noting the broader cultural significance of his rise. Recognition from outlets like Time magazine isn't just about his on-field performance. It's about the impact he's having on the wider sports world. As a figurehead for perseverance and authenticity, Sanders is becoming more than just a football player. He's symbolizing what it means to rise above adversity, and that resonates with so many people beyond the football field. This broader recognition speaks to the larger cultural influence that Sanders has. His story is inspiring others to keep going, no matter what challenges they face. In a world where the pressure to succeed can sometimes feel overwhelming, Sanders' example shows that true leadership and determination can lead to extraordinary success, no matter the circumstances. The overwhelming fan support Sanders has received is more than just a sign of admiration. It's a statement about the future. Fans are backing him because they believe in his potential, and that belief is starting to have a tangible effect on his career. Sanders is showing that with the right leadership and perseverance, anything is possible. Despite the challenges of playing under a system that isn't fully supportive, Sanders is emerging as one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in the league. In the face of adversity, Sanders has proven that he's more than just a potential star. He's someone who can stand tall under pressure, fight through obstacles, and lead his team. And as long as fans continue to support him, the sky's the limit for what he can achieve. As Sanders continues to rise, his influence is only expected to grow. Fans are recognizing the heart and hustle he brings to the field, and the Pro Bowl voting is just the beginning of what could be a legendary career. But the real test for Sanders will come when he has the full support of his team, when he has a system that truly believes in him and the potential he brings to the table. If that happens, there's no telling just how far Sanders can go. For now, the focus is on the present. Sanders is proving that with grit, determination, and the support of his fans, he's more than capable of reaching the highest levels in the NFL. It's not just about votes or recognition. It's about what Sanders is doing on the field, and that's why people are paying attention. As we look to the future, it's clear that Shedeur Sanders has a potential to be one of the most impactful quarterbacks in the NFL. His rise to the top 10 in Pro Bowl voting is just the beginning. The way he's managed to earn the trust and admiration of fans, even in challenging circumstances, is a true testament to his resilience and leadership. It's only a matter of time before he reaches even greater heights. The support from fans will continue to propel him forward, and with the right infrastructure, there's no telling just how far Sanders can go in the NFL. For now, we watch with anticipation as his story continues to unfold, knowing that his journey is just beginning. There is no denying the tremendous momentum Shedeur Sanders has built throughout his brief yet impactful NFL journey. His rise has been nothing short of astonishing, and the buzz surrounding his potential grows louder with each passing week. Despite the Browns' challenges and criticism surrounding the coaching staff, Sanders has remained steadfast. The training camps, where many rookies struggle to gain a foothold, have instead become a stage for Sanders to shine, proving to coaches, teammates, and fans alike that he is far from just another player. It's not just his physical abilities that have set him apart, though. Sanders brings an energy to the field that resonates with the people around him. His work ethic, his focus, and his hunger to improve have created an undeniable aura of leadership. Whether it's during a training session or on game day, he has this uncanny ability to inspire his teammates, often lifting their spirits when things get tough. This ability to lead, especially in a setting that isn't always supportive, is one of the reasons why fans are starting to take notice. Sanders isn't just a quarterback. He's the spark that can reignite a team. His steady composure in the face of adversity shows that he's the kind of player who's only getting. When we hear Sanders speak, it's clear that his mindset is just as refined as his playing style. Whether he's reflecting on the game or discussing his approach to football, his words reveal a level of maturity that many other young quarterbacks lack. Instead of giving in to the pressure surrounding him, Sanders talks about growth and perseverance. He isn't interested in making excuses for the challenges he faces. Instead, he focuses on how to overcome them. That mindset, coupled with his leadership on the field, is what makes him stand out. In his interviews, Sanders often speaks about how important it is to rise above the noise and distractions. He understands the weight of the criticism that comes with playing in such a high-profile position, but instead of letting that shape him negatively, it fuels his desire to prove himself. It's that mentality, that constant push to grow, that's earned in the respect of not just his teammates, but also fans who are rallying behind him. It's refreshing to see a young player approach the game with such dedication, and it's likely why his supporters are so passionate about seeing him succeed. Despite Shedeur Sanders' undeniable rise, there is still a considerable amount of tension surrounding his situation within the Cleveland Browns organization. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has taken his share of the blame for Sanders not getting the full support he deserves, particularly when it comes to protecting him during high-stress situations. When asked about Sanders' development, Stefanski has given answers that often sound optimistic, but don't always reflect the urgency fans feel. Some have expressed that this lack of urgency in improving Sanders' protection and positioning could ultimately hinder his growth. The criticism that the coaching staff faces is rooted in real frustration. While Sanders has shown he can stand up to almost anything thrown at him, that doesn't mean it's fair to continue asking him to do so without the right support. For a young quarterback with such a high ceiling, the coaching staff needs to step up and ensure he's not only given the opportunities to succeed, but also the framework to protect him as he develops. After all, no amount of leadership can make up for poor protection or a lack of support. In the Browns' match against the Dolphins, Sanders' performance was nothing short of inspiring. Despite facing off against one of the toughest teams in the league, Sanders showed what he's truly made of. The game was a testament to his growth as a quarterback, his ability to maintain his composure under pressure, and his understanding of the game. Throughout the match, Sanders demonstrated that he could handle the challenges thrown his way and still make crucial plays when the game mattered most. It was the kind of performance that only reinforces the belief that he's not just another rookie. He's a future star in the making. The match also highlighted the areas where Sanders continues to excel, notably his decision-making and ability to stand firm under pressure. The experience may not have resulted in a win for the Browns, but it was a clear indication that Sanders has all the tools to succeed. If given the right opportunities and structural support, there's no doubt that he could lead the team to greater success in the future. Against the Green Bay Packers, Sanders had another opportunity to showcase his resilience. While the Packers brought the heat, Sanders stood his ground, delivering passes with precision and handling defensive pressure in ways that left many doubting the usual narrative of young quarterbacks being too raw to compete at the highest level. But Sanders wasn't fazed by the moment. Instead, he rose to it, leading with the kind of poise that many established quarterbacks can only hope to emulate. What was perhaps most impressive was his ability to stay focused on the bigger picture, even when the odds were stacked against him. Instead of crumbling under pressure, Sanders took control of the game. It wasn't about big stats or flashy plays, though there were plenty of those. It was about leading his team and showing that he had maturity and strength to handle adversity. Even if the Browns didn't walk away with a victory, it was clear that Sanders was a quarterback capable of leading them to success if given the chance. The Browns game against the New York Jets saw Shedeur Sanders in yet another high-pressure situation, one that tested his poise and mental toughness. Throughout the game, it was clear that Sanders was not only capable of withstanding the pressure, but thriving in it. His ability to read the defense, avoid pressure, and make accurate throws proved that he's more than ready to compete at the highest level. While the game may not have gone entirely as planned, Sanders' resilience stood out. With each possession, he showed his growth, consistently putting his team in positions to succeed. It wasn't a perfect game, but it was a game that displayed his incredible potential. That's what makes Sanders so special. His ability to rise to the occasion when it matters most, even when the team around him may not be fully firing on all cylinders. And Rex Ryan. One of the most interesting discussions surrounding Shedeur Sanders has been the recognition he's received from key figures in the NFL, including the often outspoken Rex Ryan. Ryan has been vocal about Sanders' potential, praising his resilience and the leadership he's displayed on the field. Despite Ryan's history of tough criticism for quarterbacks, he has nothing but praise for Sanders. The kind of recognition Sanders is getting from respected figures in the NFL, like Ryan, is proof that his talent is being recognized beyond just his fan base. Ryan's endorsement of Sanders only adds to the growing recognition that Sanders isn't just a product of fan hype. He's a legitimate future star in the making. When seasoned coaches and analysts like Ryan are singing his praises, it's a sign that Sanders is headed in the right direction. With his performance and leadership, Sanders is making believers out of some of the toughest critics in the game. Shedeur Sanders' growing recognition isn't limited to just votes or accolades. It's also about the respect he's earning from his peers and the NFL community. The NFL match photos showcasing Sanders' intense focus during games paint a picture of a young quarterback who is already playing beyond his years. You can see the calm under pressure, the determination in his eyes, and the promise of a future leader. These images aren't just about the moment of success. They capture the essence of who Sanders is, a player with heart, grit, and the ability to command the field. Each game, each snap, Sanders is proving that he belongs in the NFL. And while the journey is still in its early stages, the signs are clear. Sanders has the potential to be a cornerstone player for the Browns and the league as a whole. His photos, moments frozen in time, capture the promise of what's to come, a future that looks brighter with every passing game. There's no denying that Shedeur Sanders' path has been far from easy. Injuries, setbacks, and an environment that hasn't always been conducive to success have made his rise that much more remarkable. Even when sidelined by injuries or other challenges, Sanders' determination remains unwavering. His ability to overcome these obstacles and continue to fight for his place in the league only adds to the narrative of resilience that has followed him since his first days as a quarterback. His time off the field, though challenging, has given him the chance to reflect, learn, and prepare for the next phase of his career. Sanders' story isn't just one of talent. It's one of persistence. No matter what comes his way, he's shown that he will continue to fight, continue to learn, and continue to rise. This resilience is what sets him apart, and it's clear that Sanders' journey is far from over. The preseason is a time for rookies to prove themselves, but it's also a time for players to learn and grow. For Shedeur Sanders, the preseason matches were an important part of his development, even though he wasn't always starting. From the sidelines, Sanders was still observing, learning from those around him, and continuing to build his understanding of the game. His ability to stay focused during these times, even when not on the field, speaks to his commitment to his craft. While some players might let the preseason pass by as a mere formality, Sanders used it as an opportunity to refine his skills and prepare for the bigger challenges ahead. His leadership didn't stop when he was in the game. Instead, He used his time wisely, making sure he was ready when the opportunity came. This kind of mental toughness is a critical trait for any quarterback, and Sanders has shown he possesses it in abundance. In the Browns' matchup against the Raiders, Sanders proved once again that he can thrive even when the chips are stacked against him. The intensity of the game only seemed to fuel his determination. Despite facing a well-coached defense and a team with much more experience, Sanders remained cool under pressure, making key throws and reading the field like a seasoned veteran. His ability to stay composed and deliver when it mattered most cemented his place as a quarterback to watch in the coming seasons. Throughout the game, Sanders displayed maturity beyond his years. It wasn't just about the plays he made. It was about how he handled the tough moments. In high-pressure situations, he didn't shy away from the challenge. Instead, he stepped up, proving that he had the grit and poise of a future star. His performance was a clear message. He can handle the weight of being an NFL quarterback, even when the odds aren't in his favor. As the season progresses, fans are eagerly awaiting what's next for Sanders. With each game, he continues to build on his reputation, not just as a quarterback, but as a leader, a player who can rise to the occasion and inspire his team to do the same. His journey is just beginning, but there's no doubt that he's on a path to greatness. If you've been impressed by Sanders' rise, don't forget to show your support. Share your thoughts in the comments, and hit that subscribe button for more on this incredible journey. We'll be keeping an eye on Sanders' path to success, and you won't want to miss it.